Hey guys, it's Biz. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another beer. Today we're going to be doing a cream ale. So we have 4.5 pounds of 2-row, 4.5 pounds of Pilsner, a pound of corn, a 1/4 pound of Carapils, and a 1/4 pound of Biscuit. For our hops, we have 2 ounces of Liberty, and for our yeast, we have the WLP029, which is our Kolsch Ale yeast that we harvested from our last batch. So we are not going to be doing a yeast starter this time. Whenever we get finished, we're just going to dump this guy in. So we already have 4.5 gallons of water heating up on the stove. It is up to temperature, so we're going to go ahead and start adding in our grains. Our goal for this is to mash in at 150. We're currently at 155, so we'll probably need to raise the temperature up a little bit as we are mashing to get the efficiency we're going for. Yeah, Cassie. All right, it's been 15 minutes, so we're gonna just go ahead and stir this up. So here we go. All the way to the bottom. Stir, stir, stir. Do this every 10 to 15 minutes, and then okay, so now that we finish our mashing, we're gonna now start sparging. So we have 3 gallons, because currently we got 3 3/4 gallons that are still in here, and so it soaked up about 1/4 or 3/4 of a gallon in water into our grains, and so we're just gonna now drizzle the water all over all the grains, try and get out all of the sugars into our pot. All right, so now that we've gotten our water back up to a boil, we're gonna add our Firmicap. So 2 for every gallon in here. So let's go ahead and add that. A little bit more, that's okay. And then we have our Liberty hops again that we mentioned earlier, and we're going to do 1 ounce right now, and we'll add the other 1 ounce at our 15-minute. We're going to be doing this first ounce at 60 minutes. All right, so now that we've hit our 15-minute mark, we're gonna add the last 1 ounce of our Liberty hops and our Warflock to make every protein that we can coalesce and drop out, right? So Warflock, bloop. All right, so now that we've finished our boil completely, we've killed it, and now we have our cooling coils coming through, and we have our reusable ice packs again as per usual, and the water is filling out as usual into the yard. Currently watering our boxwood. It'll then, as we go, water other plants in the yard. So now that we've finished chilling our beer, it's right around 76 degrees. We're gonna now transfer this out into our SS Brewtech. Make sure not to touch the bottom of the kettle if you're transferring, to ensure that you don't get all the proteins from the bottom. And the puppies are sleepy. Oh, it's been a long day washing us beer. Okay, so our tilt is telling us that we're at 1.049 and it's 76 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead and pitch our WLP029. And so make sure that all the yeast is swirled in together. There was a little bit of liquid at the top that we dumped out. And so I think that's probably mixed hopefully enough. We're gonna just go ahead and add that.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Right now we are kegging the cream ale, and this keg was previously filled with sanitizer solution. The lid was sealed, and then the sanitizer was pumped out into this bucket. I did have to open it up in order to put the gelatin in there. However, I do still have the post going over through here up to the top. If you can see, there's got some CO2 going in there. It should still be okay because this is just basically a super clear beer. It kind of imitates a light lager, but it's a cream ale. So if you remember, the starting gravity was 1.049, I believe, and the finishing gravity I just took was 1.006. So that yields about a 5.6% beer, so it should be pretty easy drinking. I'm gonna keg this up and then I'll harvest the yeast. I'll probably show you guys that, and then we'll take you back for a tasting. All right, everybody, in order to harvest this yeast, all I did was sanitize the jar and then scoop it out of the bottom. Now, I have heard people say that you could have viability issues because you don't know how much of this yeast is permanently dead and what's just hibernating. However, we've only really repitched like 3 or 4 generations and we've never had a stuck fermentation yet. So I'm pretty sure this is a pretty solid way to go. You could scoop krausen off the top if you're getting really fancy with it, or if you make a starter, you could half it and only pitch half the starter, but this works just as well, and trust me, you'll get a vigorous fermentation.
All right, guys, so it's been about 2 weeks since we brewed up this cream ale. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out. We're gonna see how we think it looks, smells, and tastes. All right. Yes, I know, Cassie. Does it smell good? I have JJ here with me. He's gonna check out this beer. So, what do you think?
So, it looks pretty clear. From my experience drinking this earlier, it does have a little bit of chill haze, but overall, it turned out pretty good and fairly translucent, nice golden color to it. It has a nice white head. You smell a little bit of corn on the nose. There's not really any hop aroma to speak of. At least I'm not getting that.
I'm not either.
We did use 2 ounces of Liberty hops, but the hops are mostly just, you know, for show. You wave it over with this style.
And we didn't dry hop with this either.
Correct, so. Yeah. So, go ahead and taste it. So, right away for me, it's pretty light. It still has some mouthfeel to it for, you know, only being around, I don't know what it was, 5-something%. We'll put it down in the comments. You can taste some of the corn in there. That's
very
like
lightly,
that's the residual sweetness. It's very unique. Once you taste corn, you pretty much can pick it out of anything. Earlier we were drinking this with salt and lime to kind of pretend like it was a Mexican lager, and it did really well.
It was super great like that.
Yeah, and like we said, this cream ale is kind of a style that is meant to imitate a American light lager. If they all tasted like this, a lot of craft beer people would still drink it, but yeah,
sweet.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's an easy drinking beer. I'm enjoying it for sure. Yeah, I can't really think of too much more to add to that, honestly. So, cheers. Thanks you guys so much for watching. The recipe will be down below. If you enjoyed this video or want to see more like this, consider subscribing or liking this video. So, thanks guys. Bye.
See ya.